That basically is this, with the bones ripped out of it. So a parcel has arrived, and I'm quickly going to zip it open and show you what's in here, because it relates to another toy that we unboxed quite a few months ago now. So I did a video, shouldn't point with a knife. So I did a video about a Starsky Hutch car that I got from a subscriber, and one of the great things about this job is many of you, the subscribers, are always messaging me saying, I have this, would you like it as a donation for the museum? I had a tip off from one of the regular viewers, and they said the toy that I sent you, which is the Starsky Hutch car with the twin aerials at the back, there's one gone up for sale on eBay and it's pretty good value, and that's what's in here. What I did was I put an offer in on it. Now the box is a little bit sellotaped up at the front there, and I wonder if I can do anything with that to make it better. But it is one of these Corgitronics. I wonder if it works. Let's have a look. Oh, it's got a battery in it. So that is the Corgitronics version of a very heavily 70s sellotape together box. The Ford Roadhog, Ford avec klaxon. I presume that's French. So the model itself is really in good nick. It is the box that has taken the battering, and it has got lots of 70s sellotape that I might try and take off and do a bit of restoration on that. Might be able to make that a little bit better, but for now what I'm going to do is go and get the Starsky Hutch car and compare one against the other, but that is rather awesome. I'm so easily impressed. Oh, that's fantastic. Thanks for the tip off about that, Jay. Like I say, a bit of restoration on the box, a little bit of work on the inner because it's got all this crunchy tape on it, and I think we'll have this looking pretty good for the museum. Yeah, I think we can do a little bit of work to improve that. Right, back in a mo. So I've decided to turn this into a bit of a restoration job. What I've been doing was I was trying to get the plastic, the sellotape off this and off the box, and what I did was I hit it with a bit of petrol like I've done in previous videos, and it sent everything white, and I thought I'd actually ruined this. And what I've had to do is clean it up, because this had sellotape all the way around it here that had dried and gone brittle and come off. And what I did, like I say, I hit it with a bit of petrol. There's still a bit of tape on there, and it had all the glue had gone white, and I thought I'd ruined it. But what's actually cleaned it off is WD-40, so that has got that back to pretty much mint. Now unfortunately there are a couple of creases in it, and that's because I was rushing rather than taking my time. So any damage to this that's on it now is my fault, not the sellotape from the 1970s. And with this, that corner had split, so the only thing I can do really is either glue a piece of plastic over or just tape over just to protect those corners. So we've done that. That's pretty robust. And this is the box. I don't know if you remember, it had again all that nasty tape and all sticky on here. So what I'm going to do now is re-glue the plastic into here, and then we're going to see if we can do a little bit of restoration work on the bottom of this. And then what we'll do is we'll put it alongside the Starsky Hutch car and show you the two together. Right. Because like I say, what I'm going to do is glue this cellophane back down with a bit of Yoo-hoo glue. A little bit of an indelicate process, and it does go all stringy, this stuff, but I've just run the glue down that inside edge. So front and back. Maybe a little bit overkill using clamps like that, but it just holds it together properly and means that the sticky edge is nice and sealed. Now this corner here, there is a tear there in the box and it's actually sort of pulling in, so I'm going to try and straighten that side of the box out whilst I'm gluing the other side, but for now I'm going to leave that for 10-15 minutes to dry while this stupid glue leaks everywhere. Ugh, looks like snot. So I've just glued that onto the front of there. I think that looks 100 times better. That's it with the car in it. It looks like this bit of plastic, and it happens a lot with these kind of toys, has sort of crumpled in over time with obviously a bit of heat or light. The plastic shrunk and it's actually pulled the box just slightly out of square, which is why it's crushed in these corners. It's just overlapping there, it's just not strong enough. So I'm going to try and fix that as best I can, but I'm not going to be too rough with it because I just want it to fit back together and look nice. So I'm going to glue that corner first, clamp it, leave it for a long time, and then do the rest. So while I'm doing that, then I think what we should do is take a look at compared to Starsky and Hutch. Hello there, you alright? So the plastic obviously has had a bit of heat and light to it and just pulled in. Yeah. So I just wanted to try and glue it all back and get it looking a bit nicer. Yeah. So while that box is drying, let's revisit this model of the Starsky and Hutch car that I didn't know existed before. Right, now then. That basically is this with the bones ripped out of it. I wonder, yeah. It's absolutely identical underneath, other than they've blanked in that battery compartment there. Hello there, you alright? Okay. Yeah, not so bad, yourself? Not so bad. I'm not talking to myself, I promise, I'm not going mad. Just in case you're wondering what I'm doing. But I reckon if you were clever, you could drill the rivets out and swap those over and put that mechanism into that toy, which would make that rather cool. Let's have a look. That's all the 70s dried on crispy sellotape that was on that box at the start of the video. And this is the box now. That's where the little tear is where I've glued it. You'll never completely vanish that. But that is looking 100 times better already. And I'll show you this inner card as well. The card doesn't drop out. Still got a little bit of tape on there, but I left that on for history's sake. Got that nice and shiny because, like I say, when I put the petrol on there, all that glue went bright white and I thought I'd ruined it. Sorry, that's someone playing with dog's toys on the shop floor. One thing about dogs' toys are no good. That's one thing about dogs' toys are no good for a video audio. So that is the restoration on that complete, and it's going to go up in the museum with the Starsky and Hutch car. As I was saying before, if you were clever, and I'm not going to do this because I want to keep this intact, you could drill the rivets out and put the sound into the Starsky Hutch car, which would have been pretty cool. I wonder why they never did that at the time. It had to be a cost issue or a money making one. That looks very cool. That's an awesome toy, that looks very cool. Thank you, Jay, for telling me this was on eBay and we were able to snipe it and make the box look really good for the museum. That's going to look awesome on display. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon for another toy video.